Hello and welcome to a very special interview with Coach Sjoerd Marijne. I mean, if somebody would have come and told me, I know, but let me put this in context. I know people will say, India did not make the semifinals. India did not make the semifinals in either the men or the women. But we are making a mistake. If someone would have come and told me in January, when 11th January is when he came to India to take charge, if I remember from memory and I was in touch with him, if someone said, "Oh, we'll qualify for the World Cup in Telangana, we will then finish in the top six, we will finish in the top five of the world, we'll win the Nations Cup," I would have said, "Come on, boss, don't joke. This team is divided. This team doesn't believe in each other. The players are all over the place. It's not happening." But that has happened. We have lost only once, and that to the Dutch. And Yibi Janssen is on record saying India was the most difficult team to beat. So something fantastic is going on. And once again, we are seeing a Tokyo happen with Sjoerd Marijne in a big tournament. Coach, what have you done? Because clearly you have been able to get things back on track, even if we haven't made the semifinals.
Hi Boris, yeah, thank you. Yeah, the main thing what we have done is, of course, with the whole staff, making a unity from the team and bringing back discipline, bringing back enjoyment, because that's very important. And the unity factor, that's also important for me. Those things we were really working hard on, yeah, and together with that, the structure of the way of playing.
I was speaking to Savita yesterday, and exactly this. She said when you came in, she went and told you that you're a very good coach on the field and people know it. But off the field, the players don't believe in each other, and off the field, unity is something that is missing. If I can ask you to go a little bit deeper, how did you make sure that that self belief and the team unity came back? Because we all know there were complaints, there were multiple things going on. We don't want to go back to all of that, but how did you bring it back?
No, it's more or less. I'm very direct. Huh? From the Netherlands, people in the Netherlands are all very direct. But I'm very direct what I want with the team, and for me, the team comes on first. Your personal goals doesn't count. It's always focus on the team goals, and if you focus on the team goals, you will achieve your personal goal. And for me, it doesn't go the other way around. And the players, yeah, which I felt and what I saw and experienced, that they are too much focused on themselves. Yeah, they are not in the squad, and some other players are still in the squad. But I really make that clear to them. It's not working like that. Yeah, you really have to focus on the team. So for me, it was praising good behavior, and about the bad behavior, it was making immediately really clear that it's not what I want, and I, yeah, more or less said you're not welcome in the team if you show this kind of behavior. So a lot of players, almost all the players, adjust to this, and sometimes, yeah, I had to say, listen, and not at this moment. You're not in now, and then it made really clear. And I think if you have groups inside your teams, yeah, you don't have to be in a team always each other's best friends, but you must respect each other, yeah, and you must talk with each other and not about each other. And I think these things have made a big change in the team, that they all feel, oh, we all go for one goal. And yeah, I'm really hard in that, and I'm very direct in that, as what I said. And that is something what, yeah, I keep doing in building a team.
I'll give you one example which I saw on telly when Bichu saved that last second thing against England, and India made it to the next round. There was a aerial shot where Savita literally started jumping on the sidelines and celebrating. That for me was the shot of the day. The two goalkeepers who would be high performance players, obviously competing with each other. But if one celebrates like that, it was organic. It was excellent to see. I thought that was team bonding at its best. Your thoughts?
Yeah, I absolutely agree, and I'm very proud how those two are working together. They are competitors, but they make each other better. And the way they see it, the better I make the other one, the more I need to perform myself, and the other one, it makes me better, and that is the best thing what you can have in a team, and not seeing, like, not making the other one smaller. Yeah, and yeah, the way the two goalkeepers are doing this is an example in sports how it works, and that's also what you're seeing. Like, for instance, with tennis, with Nadal, Djokovic, Federer. They always like, and you see it also with Sinner and Alcaraz, you see it like, I'm the best when Alcaraz is there, says Sinner. And it's more like he pushes me and to be my best. And that is what happens also. But they're not enemies from each other. It's like, there is someone in the world who pushes me. I need to do better and better and better. And that is also what we want to create in the team. And our goalkeepers are the example of that.
Okay. Uh, one more point here. If I ask you to rate, because when I look back, England, so let's take the China match. We have lost to China so many times in the last few years 4-1, Asian Championships, etc., etc. First match itself, 2-2 against China. Twice we were in the lead. We were the better team in terms of circle entries, creating opportunities. Does that give you, coach, the confidence that, looking ahead, Asian Games, 3 weeks time, we can actually go for gold and qualify for LA? Does this competition actually give you more hope and optimism than negativity?
No, the most important thing is, does it give our players the confidence? And they were very disappointed we didn't win. They were not happy with the draw. And I think that is the good mindset you have. And they now feel like, okay, we are closer to China. We can win from them. I still think in that match, I was also disappointed we didn't got the 3 points. So I think that is the good mindset. In the Asian Games, it goes match by match. Of course, we have Japan in the pool. Then probably normal wise, if you see the ranking, you would play, you win that, you would play Korea, and hopefully in the final China and the other countries, and then from there on we move on. And we are very focused on ourselves. So it's not about them. And we did this the whole tournament. What do we need to do better instead of making the other one bigger? So 90% is about ourselves, and 10% is about, okay, how is China playing? How is Japan playing? And I like that mindset because that means that, for instance, we play tomorrow our match, the fifth and sixth position. And also in that match, okay, how can we do better than the match against Australia? Because we didn't play our best match. And that is the right mindset to grow as team and as individuals.
England is a team we have struggled against. We drew. Australia, we have not won many. We have been able out of 10. If I, for example, I'd say, but when I see the women's campaign, I take more heart and more positivity. Am I right in saying that, or am I being lenient? As coach, I would, what are you giving your team on 10? As an analyst, I would say it's 6.5, 7 on 10. What would you give?
Yeah, I would minimum at least give a 7. And the thing is, if you see the matches, we don't concede a lot of goals. We are structured in the defense, and that is the basics where we can fall back on. We're very disciplined in this. The thing is, what you want to improve from this tournament is in the Asian Games scoring more goals. Our PCs, but also the opportunities we got, even against Netherlands, the best team. So I must say, with a lot of young players, a lot of unexperienced players, we must not forget that it's maybe even higher than a 7 where we come from. And I think that are the good takeaways. And the team is very open, and they really want to improve, and they feel like there is more. And I think that is also the right mindset. So with a lot of good positives, we go out of the tournament. And still, we have the match against Germany, of course.
And Asian Games is not too far away, coach. So, okay, one more question. A lot of people have accused you, saying, the head coach is not there with the team in the build-up. How do you expect the best? From what I know, this was a given from January, that there was a family commitment. You were always there, and yet you were monitoring. Am I right in saying that? Because every time I've asked, that's the answer I've been given. But a lot of criticism has come your way that, oh, he wasn't there. So part one and part two, Asian Games 3 weeks down the line, has been a very hard World Cup. Can you peak in time for the Asian Games again?
Yeah, of course. And like I have seen everything. I've been on top of everything. So the difficulty is a lot of people don't know exactly the situation. And then, yeah, you hear a lot of, and you read a lot of things. And yeah, the moment that people don't know what's exactly the situation, for me, I don't take these things seriously. Um, the team was prepared. I think we have been proven at the World Cup. The team was on its best, and um, we were prepared, physical, mentally, tactically, everything. So I'm very happy, and any other choices wouldn't have changed this. And now it's about after the match for tomorrow, we have a recovery. That is the first thing. We can do that in our own environment, so that's very good. And from there, we move on to the Asian Games, and that is something that is perfect in the program. We have worked on this, and we have very good strength and conditioning coaches with Wayne Lombard, Rode, and Kiara. So they're really monitoring this process, and don't have worries that the fitness will be good at that moment, and that the tournaments only will help each other.
Last few questions, coach. One, when we think of the Asian Games, there is always that thought that if we win gold, we qualify for the Olympics. And I've written about it. Maybe I'm getting a little ahead of myself that if you can change the team in the last 6 months from, getting relegated from the Pro League to the top five of the world, God knows if you get 1.5, 2 years, if we win gold, you will be able to get this team ready for LA in a manner that, who knows, maybe we can even finish top four, maybe podium. How important it is to win that gold and seal that qualification, coach, because clearly that will allow you the time frame to prepare for LA 28.
No, I totally agree with you. Like, if you see the Netherlands, they already know that they're going to LA because of qualification by the Pro League. And yeah, if you in September of October 2026 already know you're going in 28 to the Olympics, you can really create a beautiful periods, and you can, how do I say, you can control those periods more or less in the way you want to build up your team. And you don't have to qualify playing to qualify tournament anymore and these kind of things. So that would be a perfect lead up. But from there, we need to go day by day. What is necessary today to be on our best, and that is the thing what we said from the beginning. Yeah, being your the best of yourself. That is what I ask my players: being the best version of yourself every day.
Mhm. Last two. One, many young players went to the World Cup, so many debutants. When you take a look at the pool and the depth, coach, clearly, are you impressed with the potential of several? For example, David John told me about Sunalita Topo 3 years or 4 years back, and now she's kind of flowering into one of our top players. Are you happy with the depth or potential or talent that you have at your disposal?
No, absolutely. I think this is a big difference with 2021 with the Olympics. We had more older players, and we have now more young players. So I think with the development of these players, something went really well. Yeah, you have Topo, you have Ishika Junior, you have Sakshi. Sakshi is 18 years old. She plays against Zanderwaard. And yeah, and what I like about this World Cup, all the players have now experience to play against Netherlands twice, one in a practice match and one in an official match. We were the only team till so far only lost 2-0, and on the end we could make 2-1. Yeah, we didn't do, but we were very close to that. But nowadays, I'm always talking about, okay, what is the best team in the world? That is the benchmark. What do we need to do to come closer to them? But now they have experienced it, and I don't have to tell anymore. And I think this experience will give them so much more benefits for the future and India for the future. That's impossible to train, and I'm very happy. And yeah, I must say that those young players were played really well against the Netherlands. And I told them, if you can do against Netherlands, you can do against everyone. And that gives a lot of energy, but confidence to the players in the team, and not only the young players, but also the old players see like, oh, that the juniors really kept their head high.
Final question. As far as you are concerned, I remember that bus ride from Tokyo where we literally stopped your bus and celebrated together, to you telling me, I'm not there after this, to now. Are you staying on? Confirm to me that you will be staying on for the next couple of years, at least till the Olympics, to guide this team. Confirm that, because that will be very important. Over the last 7 months, we've seen serious transformation. And as a hockey follower, supporter, analyst, whatever you want to call it, I would want you to stay on and guide this team and steer this team. Can you confirm that you are going to be part of this setup as the head coach over the next 2 years leading into the Olympic Games?
Yes, that's the contract we have till 2028, the end of 2028. So that's including the Olympics, and I will be there with the team.
Fantastic. So look forward to catching up with you in Japan and celebrating together. Maybe an Olympics qualification and an Asian Games gold medal. This time round, it will be a physical interview where we can have some good food and celebrate. But I appreciate your time. Like I said, the women have been the high point as far as I'm concerned from the World Cup. And clearly, coach, you've done quite something fantastic. Pro League relegation to top 5, top 6 of the world is not a joke. And I hope people of this country recognize that. Thank you very much for your time. Appreciate you joining me.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye. Bye.
For India's best multi-sports coverage, your platform is one, and that's Revsportz. So like, share, subscribe, and ring that notification bell. I think by now you know that we will be everywhere in different parts of the world and bring you on-ground reportage. As I said, your best multi-sports coverage on Revsportz, your favorite destination.